Question for today is, what is the difference between resilience and stubbornness? If you do something 100 times and you cannot do it, no matter how many times you do it, you see you're not making any progress, but you still go ahead and do that thing. You pick up the pieces, you keep going. When is it stubborn? And when is it resilient? I don't know. I woke up one morning with the conviction that I was going to be able to juggle blindfolded, and so I just worked every day, and I still can't do it. I can do this, I can do this, I can maybe sometimes do this and this. Well, I can do that, obviously. But to juggle three, like a normal person, right? I just don't have. After I throw it 3 times, I just somehow just can't do it. Yeah, with the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to juggle? I think I need some sort of trainer like Obi Kenobi to help me. That's a good idea. That's why the helmet is good. I just hit myself in the. Yeah. So if anyone out there knows what I'm doing wrong when I throw the third club or something like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm just like missing the third one. It might have to do with the reason why we do art. It's sometimes hard to explain. I made these actually at the beginning of the year, but I guess this is to show how many tries it takes. And yet, if you were rooting for me to be able to suddenly do this without dropping, then I'm extremely sorry to disappoint, because it's not something I can secretly do, and I'm just faking. I really can't see. I can't see through this thing at all. Which is maybe I had a blindfold on before, and maybe some people were like, "Oh yeah, you see through the blindfold." Well, no. I mean, I cannot see through the blast shield. Part of resilience is not letting failure stop you, but I feel like a lot more common, or uncommon, I should say, is not letting success stop you. So if I juggle these and I hit 10 in a row, maybe I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm done for the day. I feel like that is more the bane of why I can't do this than the fact that I would give up if I drop them like that. I don't feel like giving up right now. I think it was Rudyard Kipling who said, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. Meaning, don't give up if you lose, don't give up if you win. And I feel like biting off more than we can chew is also a way of giving up. It's setting yourself up for failure. So like, why shouldn't I just do one of these over and over and over until it's just ingrained in my body, like train like this. Just train my hands train my mind to trust that I can do this, because I can do this. I can do this. It's not like I have to try to catch. You can see that I am not having difficulty, much difficulty, catching one. So why is it so difficult to do two? Go back to one. And it's boring. Art is boring. The finished product, yeah, that's fun. We all like to go and see someone perform, but seeing someone practice, it's like watching paint dry. Super boring. And if you're willing to do the boring part, if you're willing to put in the work to practice practice your scales, or practice mixing colors, or doing the math. You get to doing the fun part eventually. But yeah, if this is boring, I apologize. But I've heard there are no shortcuts. That's what I've heard. No shortcuts to resilience. That should be a t-shirt. There we have it. Saved again. So I learned the technique for making these clubs actually from an old friend named Brian Allison, who taught me how to make foam swords. And I innovated the whole pommel thing, but the duct taping and the cutting around the corners. That was it. He taught us that in his apprenticeship program at the Adventure Game Theater. We've made thousands of foam swords and shields and spears and axes and bows and arrows and claws and flags for capture the flag, and these glow, light up magical bolts that you throw at someone. They were made of this foam stuff. We used to play this game called the Adventure Game every summer. Really, really great group of people. Thanks to this lockdown, we don't have many people playing outside anymore, at least not together. All the summer camps have been canceled, as you know. Or maybe you don't know, you're watching this video 10 years from now, and you're like, what was it like to be just confined to all your homes and doing all this crazy stuff by yourself with no one there to tell you you're doing it wrong? Well, you have plenty of people telling you you're doing it wrong. If you listen, you can always find someone to tell you you're doing it wrong. Doing your best is your natural state. Anything else is it's okay. It's okay to mess up, but your best work is done when you are most yourself. How about that? So stop being surprised when you make something good. Of course you make something good. You're you. Right? You. You're you. So expect success. Maybe that's the trick. That's the big takeaway from this. I expect to be able to do this. Or you could follow the Alexander technique and say, okay, if I know what not to do, I can just not do that, and everything else will fall into place. So if I say, I will not miss any catches during this run, that's let go of missing them. I will not miss. Well, I hit my head. I didn't miss. It worked. Or how about saying I will not worry about dropping? I will not worry. I dropped them, but I didn't worry. And I admit that so many things I do throughout the day are because I'm worried about something or another. I mean, if I woke up in the morning and I said I won't worry about anything today, I wonder what that day would be like. It would probably be a normal day where nothing much happens. I do all the normal things, but maybe I would have a more pleasant day. What if you got up one morning? You get up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I won't worry about anything today. And it's okay if you do worry. Sure, it's fine. But you don't need to. Yeah, it's hard for me to even take an hour off of worrying. I don't know. Well, okay, for the next hour, starting now, I won't worry about anything. Then in an hour, I'll worry about all the things that I didn't worry about. Maybe, if I'm still thinking about them. anything that comes my way in the next 1 hour from now, I won't worry about it. Yeah, try it. From now, just set your timer on your phone or however you set timers, and say I won't worry about anything for the next hour. Don't have to do anything special. Don't have to do anything different. Yeah, I know what it is that I'm doing wrong. I'm missing this third catch. Right there, that one. But I think that the things that you do best are the habits that you've cultivated when you're not in that goal-oriented mindset. And you're able to do things without trying. I'm wondering if you are someone who can juggle blindfolded and you're seeing me doing it wrong, whether it's more frustrating for you saying, oh, why isn't he doing it this way? Or if you're someone who can't do this, but you're rooting for me for some reason, I don't even know, to get it right. Or maybe you're rooting for me to fail, in which case I'm very happy to oblige. I am wondering what is more popular, stories about success or stories about failure? And if it turns out that stories about failure are more popular than stories about success, and the most valuable thing about anything is a story, well then failure is more valuable than success, and we should value failures above all else.